All right, you should have watched the first part of the review, which was basically just the PMA review. I might have been talking about the PMA, but the review for the spring final is basically the same because the spring final is everything we did during the spring. So I just had us watch the spring PMA review video because the review is the exact same. But before, when we took the PMA, we hadn't learned logs and exponents yet. So I'm just going to do the last part, which is logs and exponential form, and then you're going to be good to go. You're going to be ready for the final, okay? So if you haven't watched the first part, go back and watch it, all right? All I'm doing here is log and exponents, okay? So this was fairly easy. Looking at number 36, it says rewrite in log form. It says e, and then to the power of x plus 3 equals 60. Remember, e and ln are matched together. Really, e, you can think about it as log e, but log e means ln. It's that simple. This was a test question, and for some reason, people were putting log as one of the answers. The answer is ln, and then all we do is flip 60 and x plus 3, and we're done. It's that simple. All right, people on the test were putting log 60 equals x plus 3, but that's wrong. Whenever you see e, you should know right away that's paired with ln, okay? And that's it for number 36. All right, now it says condense the expression into one log, ln3 plus ln x. Again, this was a test question. I grabbed these straight from the test I gave, all right? Remember, plus really means multiply, and minus really means divide. So we see it says ln3 plus ln x. So we're going to condense. Condense means get smaller. The answer is just ln 3x. I don't know why this was hard, okay? This should not be hard. All right, number 38, it says expand the expression. We have ln 8 divided by 3x. Division means subtract when we're expanding. Expanding means get bigger. So the answer is ln 8 minus ln 3x. That's it, y'all. This is easy. This review isn't going to take any time at all. All right, it says rewrite each equation in exponential form. All right, this might be a little bit confusing here, but you just need to remember what I've said in the other videos. Scroll down. All right, we have log, we're right here. We have log 18, 324 equals 2. This was also a test question on test 6.1. This is what happens. This is how I say it. The little number becomes a big number. Then the 2 and the 324 switch. So the little number becomes big, and then the other two numbers just switch places. It's that simple. And then use common sense. I had folks putting 2 to the 324th power. Guys, that doesn't make sense. You're telling me 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 340 times equals 18. Come on, y'all. It's that simple. If you do it and then it doesn't make sense, then that's probably not the answer. 18 squared is 324, but 2 to the power of 18 or 2 to the power of 324 is not going to work, all right? So even if you don't remember the steps, what I just said, where the little number becomes big, the 324 and the 2 switch, even if you don't remember that, just use common sense. Only 18 squared equals 324 would make sense. All right. Then right here, we have rewrite each expression in log form. And here, we have to write it log. The big number becomes little, log 2, and then 3 and the 8 switch. That's it. Log 2 of 8 equals 3. That's it. And to check your work, if you want to be extra, you make sure you go back the other way just to make sure you did it right. The little number becomes big, the 3 and the 8 switch. So you know you did it right. I can't give you any more tips and tricks to get it right. All right. Evaluate. I don't know why this was ever missed, ever, because when it says evaluate, you just type it in the calculator. Even your phone calculator can do this. Log 7 of 343. You type it in, you get, I think, 3. Okay, I don't know off the top of my head. That's why you use the calculator. I'm about 99.9% sure it's that, though. But let me do the calculator. Log 7. Log log 7 of 343. Yep, just like I said, it's 3. You literally just type that one into the calculator. All right, we got 2 more. Here we go again, condense each expression. Remember, that means get smaller. We see we got a couple of numbers here. All right, and then we have this x. We see the logs are the same. Remember, plus really just means multiply. So we combine those together. So log 8, and we have x times 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times x is 6x. So log 8 of 6x. That's the simplest form. Just make sure you do that right. All right, you know to just put everything together. They're right next to each other because we're multiplying. Plus really means multiply. So x times 3 times 2. Don't get confused and think that was the power rule. The numbers would have to be in front of the log for it to be the power property. And then finally, number 43, expand each expression. All right, so we have log 4. Expand means get bigger. They're right next to each other. So that means multiply. Multiply really means add. So log 4 of x plus this 6 with y goes in the front, like I just said, 6 log 4 of y. And we're done. That's how you expand. This part of the test, however many questions are on the final about this, should be fairly easy. Our 6.1 and 6.2 tests were pretty high, so that's what I expect from this part of the final. All right. So again, I'm scrolling up to show you. This is the review. This is the part you should have watched already. Go back and watch it. We know number 1 and 2 just combine like terms. 3 and 4 multiply. 3, 4, and 5, you're going to multiply everything by everything. Okay. Number 6, you can divide using synthetic division. That's where you create the L. All right. Number 9 is difference of perfect squares. Number 10 is sum of cubes. Remember, the test will be multiple choice. Y'all found that trick. When it's plus, the answer is plus, minus, plus in order. For difference of cubes, it's minus, plus, plus. All right. Remember, for number 12, grouping, you group the first 2 and the last 2 together, and then you continue on. Remember, you should have watched this. I'm just going over each little thing quickly as a summation. Number 13, just put it in the calculator, graph it, and then know how to find domain range, the x and y intercept. Remember, menu 5.1 is to trace if you have a TI Nspire. Same thing with 14, graph attributes. We should not miss transformations. We've been doing it all year, okay? That's 15 and 16. You can also put them in the calculator if you want to be extra, but we should know just by looking at it, all right? Like, for example, number 15 is, remember, inside tells a lie, so instead of right 8, it's left 8, and then minus 1 on the outside, down 1. That's it. All right, keep summing it up. This is number 17. Remember, divide by 7 first to get the radical by itself, so we want the 7 gone. So you got 9 equals square root of 16x plus 1. Then you would square both sides to get rid of this. And then you got 81 equals 16x plus 1 minus 1 minus 1. 80 equals 16x. Divide by 16, divide by 16. X equals 5. Again, that was just a summation, but I want to make sure we know how to do that. I went quick because, again, I'm just summing it up. Same thing with 18, except it's a cube root, so you would cube it instead of square it. We should know how to simplify and multiply and divide rational expressions. We even did a project on that. Rational expressions shouldn't be too bad. When you have the same base for subtraction and addition, just subtract across, just add across, okay? When solving, on number 26, remember, when solving, just cross multiply, or you can literally just type it in the calculator. Same thing there. Transformations again, shouldn't be too bad. Remember, identify graph attributes, put it in the calculator. And then again, direct variation or inverse variation, you should know how to do that. And then we got down to here. All right. Ooh, I noticed I just missed some. Okay. But I have no doubt you know what to do. You should be ready for the final. That's a summation of everything we did since January, okay? So rewatch the video as much as you need, work on this review, and get ready for the final, okay? If you're listening, that means you have to take it. So make sure you're ready.